Alright, it's about time we up. I'm just here to say nice videos in the middle of me recording. Thanks, buddy. Hey guys, Lighty here, and today I'm going over a little build project I have. This is not a complete build. Fucking prefacing that right now. It was more of an idea I had, and it kind of works. It works enough, you know. And so the build idea was a dominating blow build that used double Scourge as a Necromancer to gain the benefits of like all this cool shit. And I don't even use most of this Necro stuff, but it works. So the reason we use Kitava's Thirst is because our mana cost, after it's over 100, which it is for fucking one of those little attacks right there, costs 102 mana, and it will trigger 30% chance to trigger socket and spell gems. And in the helm we have Flesh Offering, Temp Chains, Mortal Call, Convocation. Convocation is to bring the squad to you. Mortal Call is just a little bit of a safety net, and Temp Chains is, again, just to be safe. And Flesh Offering gives you and your minions a big old boost. Now, Flesh Offering affects yourself because you have Mistress of Sacrifice, and Spirit Eater gives yourself some more minion damage. Not a whole lot of this other shit really affects you, so it's kind of fucking bullshit. And then Domblow itself, we had multi-strike, minion damage, melee splash, melee fizz, Domblow, and then added lightning because it kind of works well because you don't know the things you're going to be getting. Some of them might be melee, some of them might not be, but we're running hatred just in case, assuming most of the shit are. Also running grip at a council, a little bit more damage for them. Calm's Roots is pretty good since we're using whirling blades with 2 claws. It's actually pretty fast whirling blades, and our DPS is not going to be amazing. It's like 21k, 26k with Adziri's Flask up. Our life is 6k, not hard to get 6k. Again, my gear not optimal. I would say in total I'm maybe a couple X in. So I'm just gonna show you like a T10 map, so nothing like too fucking crazy over here. So once you kind of get going, you really get going, and the Scourges give you some fat minion damage, which again translates into more damage you deal, not to mention the Spectral Wolves. So it's like kind of synergizes okay. So you'll see, like, once it gets going, it really gets going, though. Alright, we're starting to get a fucking squad together here. Once you start whirling, you'll start seeing the homeboys roll deep. And you'll be able to kind of snowball. As long as you're tagging stuff, it's good enough. It's not hard to get 100 things. You'll see, like, you can see the counter in the top left is going. Floating around 60 is pretty common. The Convocation is really nice for bringing everything back on top of you. Rares can be a little bit problematic, but you'll pretty much take care of them in due time. If you don't, your squad will. It feels really good to whirling blade into the pack and then just kind of shift click and you'll see them all die. The more rares you kill, the more auras you'll get. Some rares like this one has a fizz aura, some have haste, and they really start stacking up in crazy ways. Normally if I'm doing a boss like Oak over here where I kind of can get a big old army before I do it, it's good to kind of go in once you have your army, and that way you could like sit there and face rush him. Like your single target obviously isn't amazing, but if you have fucking 50 things stacked on one boss and they all keep attacking, yeah, eventually he's gonna die. Warlord's Mark gets it so your whole squad also gets their mana and life back. So it's actually synergizes okay, and your single target becomes not god awful as far as like, you know, considering it's a Domblow build. Val Haste is really good. I didn't use it last map, but you can actually utilize this to make a single target a lot better, and you can kind of chain it. It won't last that long. 8.5 seconds, give or take. The tree is kind of straightforward. We just picked up some sockets, a little bit past the minion damage in which. Just try to get as much kind of life and damage as possible, because there's not a whole lot that translates to your minions. You can get more minion damage, and I suggest getting on jewels, but I wanted to get a comfortable amount of life first. So without 6k life, I'm going to feel shit. Without some base damage, like stuff like Force Shaper is pretty okay. Then if you can't kill things, then it doesn't matter that you have Domblow. You still have to be able to kill shit, you know? But you could spec into more minion nodes if you really wanted to, just to get some more damage, since it does translate to your minions, and it translates to yourself too. I find the best way is still just using jewels. For example, there's a jewel socket. What is this? There you go. Minions have increased damage. Can't be silenced. Minions have move speed. That's even better. This is like the perfect jewel. Attack speed, minion damage, area damage. Alright. So this should make us go 21 to 22. Yeah, it's like a damage increase. So you want to get stuff like minion damage because the minion damage does affect you. Increases reduction to main damage also affect you, as it says there. I could have sworn I put in... Well, I thought it was a shape short. This is a T15 map then, or 14 map, so it's a little bit harder. But you could still kind of make it work. Once you get going, you still get going. And the good thing about Kitava's home is that it's not like you have to hit something for the trigger. So if you ever feel like you're scared, if you just start attacking and you start blowing your mana, it'll has a chance to proc your convocation, which will just bring everything back onto you, kind of like a safety net. Hey, here's a fucking... Alright, here's what we really want to get. This is some of these fucking fat haste mobs. Alright, so now you can see the squads rolling really fucking quickly. You can get things like proc shield. The more rares, the better. Running Nemesis maps is like the best case scenario. Especially when you do stuff like Val Haste, you'll see that like things, they'll start to go really, really crazy. Oh, get them, boys. Also, it translates kind of well the same way that Detonate Dead does. The higher level map you're doing, the higher level minions you're spawning. So they'll actually hit harder, they'll live longer. And just to reiterate, this isn't super expensive. For some reason, the Scourge is like a chaos, despite it being an insane weapon. Bring my armor to me! To me! To me! Oh, give us that haste. Yes. Yes, team. So if you have someone who has Soul Eater, he gets really, really juiced up. So it's hilarious to see this type of things. Kill an ES mob, look at that, now I have fucking 10k ES when he's next to me. It just gets really, really ridiculous, the crazier shit you kill. The minions don't last forever, so it's kind of a bummer. Here's a crit one, this is also a pretty okay one for your team. I'm RT at the moment, so obviously that doesn't affect me, and the reason you have to be RT is because if you were to go crit, when you're in Hatred you shatter things, and you can't dominating blow something if there's no corpse. See, shattering destroys the corpse, you know, so it kind of prevents you from doing that. And it feels kind of bad because you're using like Scourge and have access to claw nodes and you can't use crit, but yeah. Oh shit, Diviner's Box. I kind of want to roll this thing. Can you believe it? Engineering orbs. Literally the only use for this piece of shit currency that was introduced into the game. Give uniques, Ice Nova. We don't do eggs. There we go. Alright, let's get the fucking boys back in town. Oh! Look at that. Well, no. I should fucking record more often. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me now. But yeah, the build feels great. It feels a little bit slow to start out. But, you know, overall, yeah, it feels good for mapping. Bossing potential. Yeah, no, it doesn't really exist. But it's Dominating Blow. It's not really supposed to be made for bossing. You have enough life where you could pretty much tank even the big hits. Even easy Flame Blood, you can tank 6Ks, no problem. Getting 6K life again isn't super hard. Like, I'm level 92, but I'm not crazy. I'm missing 7 passive points. I didn't want to finish the story mode on standard when my character reset. So eventually your shit will all run out, and it feels bad when it does. Not a whole lot you could do. Just kind of pray. Hopefully your minions have enough damage to kill things, but they most likely won't. Yeah, when you don't have your army, or you don't have your stuff up, it feels shit. But if you plan your Val haste better, if you kind of make more haste than I'm doing right now, you'll have no problem being able to kill bosses. But just don't be an idiot like me. I mean, I can sit here pretty much. If I had Rislotha, which I don't think I even have because I haven't done it yet, it'd be a lot easier to get my flask back up. But Warlord's Mark and the Claw Leech and Blood Drink is kind of enough, actually, just to leech through even shitty mechanics of T15 bosses. So there you go. That about wraps up this like kind of core demo and base idea of the build. I think it works okay for what it is. You could probably do it pretty successfully in a league. I'll probably work on this build a little bit, but I won't give it much thought. It's kind of as far as I want to really push it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little demo. And yeah, down below can work for sure, and you can optimize it much better than this. Sure, you can get your tooltip to like 40k, so it'd be a lot better feeling overall. Maybe drop a little bit of life. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll see you guys later.